Today, we're going to look at a pretty controversial trading method that doesn't come from Wall Street, but from, well, the world of physics. It's called the Langevin Price Projector, and honestly, it challenges pretty much everything we think we know about random markets. Okay, let's just dive right into this with a really bold claim. What if I told you that 85% of what happens in financial markets isn't random at all? What if it actually followed a predictable, almost deterministic pattern that's shaped by forces we can model? That's the huge claim behind the system we're digging into today.
So where does this idea even come from? It's from physics, specifically something called the Langevin equation. Just imagine a leaf floating down a river. The main current, that's the drift, guides its general path, right? But it's also constantly getting bumped around by all these little random eddies, and that's the diffusion. This framework takes that exact analogy and applies it to market prices.
So who's the brain behind this idea of applying a physics equation to the total chaos of Wall Street? That would be Langevin, a former analyst over at Morgan Stanley. He looked at the market and, he didn't see a random casino. He saw a system with hidden rules, and he used this equation to try and crack the code.
And this, right here, is a huge break from how most people think. You can forget that old idea that markets are perfectly efficient and prices are just a random walk. The Langevin framework says, no, the patterns we see are actually the footprints of the big players, the large institutions. We're talking their massive orders, their liquidity games, their predictable behaviors. It's really all about tracking the whales.
Okay, so how does this whole thing actually work on the ground? Well, it's all built on three core pillars that give you a really clear roadmap for how to navigate the markets.
First, you got to identify the main trend, the direction of the river's current. Second, you manage your risk, because those random jolts, they can absolutely sink you. And third, and this is key, you optimize your timing. It's not just a strategy, it's a whole discipline for knowing exactly when to act. And just as important, when to sit on your hands and do nothing at all.
Now here's where this framework gets really, really clever, especially when we talk about timing. It doesn't see market volatility, those wild price swings, as something to be afraid of. Nope. Instead, it treats volatility as its main analytical tool. It finds clear signals in what most people just see as, well, just chaos.
So the system splits the market into two distinct states. On one side, you've got volatility expansion, big, wide, chaotic price swings. This is treated like a total danger zone. But on the other side, you have volatility contraction. This is when the market gets quiet. Prices trade in a super tight, narrow range, and that is the opportunity zone. You got to think of it like a coiled spring, just gathering up all that energy right before a massive move.
So why are those high volatility periods so dangerous for the little guy? Well, a quote from the source material just hits the nail on the head. It says that these wide, choppy ranges are where institutions literally hunt for the stop-loss orders of smaller traders. It's a trap, basically, designed to shake you out before the real move even gets started.
Okay, so if low volatility is the setup, how do you actually time the entry? The system uses this really interesting concept called cycle maturity. The basic idea is that after a big shock, like a market crash, the market needs time to heal. It's not just about the price bouncing back, it's about whether enough time has passed for a new, stable trend to actually form.
Let's use a quick example, just to make this crystal clear. Imagine Bitcoin takes a massive hit, falls hard from $92,000 all the way down to $86,000. The market is in a total panic.
Then, just a couple days later, bam, the price shoots right back up. Looks like a perfect V-shaped recovery, doesn't it? Well, this is the classic trap. It's what traders call a sucker's rally, and it's designed to pull everyone back in who's got that fear of missing out on the rebound.
But the Langevin framework forces us to stop and ask a really critical question. Has the underlying market structure actually been repaired? Or is this just a dead cat bounce built on a totally weak foundation?
And to answer that, the system uses a sort of checklist. Has the volatility died down? Have those wild swings stopped? Has enough time passed for the panic to fade and for market psychology to reset? Is the big money, the institutional volume, actually buying into this rally? If the answers are no, then that rally is almost certainly a false breakout, and it's probably doomed to fail.
So all of this brings us back to that wild 85% number I threw at you at the beginning. Now that we've seen some of the mechanics, we can start to understand what non-random actually means here. It's not about predicting the future with 100% accuracy.
Non-random here means modeling the predictable mechanics of the market. It's about understanding how the big institutions execute their orders. It's about identifying those key moments when the whole market sentiment shifts from fear to greed. And it's about mapping how big money flows from one asset class to another. These things, they create patterns, the market's hidden rhythm.
So, is this framework the ultimate crystal ball for trading? Of course not. No system is perfect. So let's get a reality check on its real-world strengths and, just as important, its weaknesses.
Let's stack it up against some other strategies. Compared to a simple mean reversion strategy, it's a lot smarter, but yeah, it's also more complex. Compared to basic trend following, it's way better at spotting fake moves, but you might miss the very beginning of a new trend. And unlike some black box AI, its logic is totally transparent. You actually know why you're getting a signal, but it might not be as lightning fast at pure pattern recognition.
So the advantages are pretty clear. You get a systematic, rule-based approach that you can apply to different markets. Its main focus is on protecting your capital by making sure you avoid bad setups. And it tries to give you an edge by modeling what the biggest players in the game are doing.
But, and this is a big but, the limitations are just as critical. This is not for beginners. It's complex to set up, it can get totally chopped up in sideways, directionless markets, and it absolutely requires real market experience and high-quality data to work right. It's a professional's tool, for sure, not some simple plug-and-play solution.
So here's the bottom line. The Langevin Price Projector is a really sophisticated framework for analyzing the deep structure and health of a market. It's a tool that forces you to have patience and discipline, to wait for the right conditions. But it is not, and it will never be, a magic formula that just guarantees profits.
Which really leaves us with the ultimate question, doesn't it? Is the market just a series of random, unpredictable events? Or is it more like a complex dance, a dance with intricate steps and rhythms that maybe, with the right tools and enough practice, we can actually learn how to follow? Something to think about.